Hi guys, I hope you're all well. It's currently Sunday the 5th of December 2021 and welcome to week 308 of my weight loss journey. In last week's video we all saw after 4 consecutive weeks of gains, I had a loss, small loss, but a loss nevertheless of half a pound or 0.2 kilogram, which meant my body mass index went from 49.5 down to 49.4. Just like I always do, I'm going to start the proceedings off by reviewing my calorie consumption for the past week, which we can see in the graph above. The average of this was 2,522 compared to the previous week at 2,477. Unfortunately, I have just crept above my 2,500 calorie allowance average for the week, which isn't ideal. I think the main reasons for this is due to me being very close to the margin Monday through to Friday. Having those few extra calories on a Sunday and Saturday has just pushed me over just slightly. And I am, especially on this weekend, the first weekend of December, I'm making sure I stick within my 2,500, 700 calorie daily allowance. And I wanted to do that for every weekend during December, except of course Christmas Day and Boxing Day. But I am actually now wanting to see and push forward in seeing some actual tangible losses on the run up to Christmas. But that's my calories, that's what's happened. One thing I have crept into my diet during the week, it's not pushed me over my calorie points during Monday to Friday, but I have had the occasional handful of salted peanuts. Now, probably shouldn't have done that because obviously the salt especially can wreak havoc with water retention, but that's what I've had. I've had on a number of days I've had some salted peanuts, so hopefully that won't cause too much problems. Now, how about my fluid consumption for the past week? Well, unfortunately this has reduced from the previous week to 3,250 millilitres, falling short of my target of 3,500 millilitres. So that's not an ideal situation to be in either. There's just been a few days where I've been unable to fit in the fluid consumption, and overall it's just impacted on that target. Now, how about my activity levels for the past week? Well, this can be seen in the graph above. This is an average of my step count, as we all know, and this stands at 7,082 compared to the previous week at 11,150. Massive decline in steps this past week. The main culprits has unfortunately been due to the weather. Last weekend we had snowfall, 1.5 inches worth of snow over a few days, and it stuck around on the pavements and made it quite slippy and treacherous. So I didn't want to break any bones in my body or sprain any muscles, so I decided not to do any walks at the beginning of the week. And then as the week progressed, it all thawed away, so I managed to do some walks. And then Thursday, I didn't do any walking. My left calf muscle has been acting up for the past few weeks now. It's been aching, and even if I apply a little bit of pressure to it, it does hurt a little bit. So I basically didn't do any walking due to that, try and give my calf muscle on my left leg a bit of a rest. And Friday I was just so busy, and by the time I got back home from work and doing my weekly shopping and did all the tasks I needed, it was just far too late in the evening to go out and do my walk. So that's the reasons why. And of course Saturday, well, it was tipping down with rain again, so no walking on Saturday. And I don't normally do walking on a Saturday, but since I have not fit in my required 10,000 steps during the week, I was hoping to fit in something at least on Saturday, but again the weather prevented me from doing so. It's that time of the week where we all get to see if I've managed to lose any more weight, so here it is guys, here's my weighing. I weigh 170.6 kilograms, which is 376 pounds or 26 stone 12 pounds. This means, unfortunately, I've seen a gain of 3 pounds or 1.4 kilogram. Now, if I compare this result to the result I obtained at Slimming World, you can see this right here. At Slimming World this week, I also saw a gain of 3 pounds or 1.4 kilograms. So there we have it, folks. For me, there's a very tangible link, and I'm sure there would be for others as well, that if you have salted peanuts during the week on a few days, and with the fact that I'm not really having that much fluid, whatever fluid I have consumed, I think has been retained due to the salt content of those peanuts. So I need to make sure that I don't have any peanuts whatsoever during the week. And if I do have some, just keep it to a Saturday. But making sure I stick within my overall daily allowance for that day. So yes, a lessons learnt. Based on this week's weight gain, it sees my body mass index go from 49.4 up to 49.8. And if we look at my third weight loss target, last week it was 40.3% complete, and after the gain it goes down to 36% complete. So in the 308 weeks that I've been doing this weight loss journey, I've lost a total of 165.2 pounds, which is 74.9 kilograms, or 11 stone, 11.2 pounds. Next week, I think the only obvious thing to do is get all three of my stats back on point, where they need to be to see those good weight loss results. Yes, I'm not going to eat any salted peanuts throughout the middle of the week, this coming week, and I'm also wanting to make sure I stick within my calorie consumption allowance on a Saturday and Sunday. I did it yesterday for the first time in months. I want to do the same thing today, and therefore I'll have a good run up to next Saturday morning's weighing result. Now I am wanting to see losses from here on out. I've said it for many times, and I keep doing some self-sabotaging, and yeah, I need to learn my lesson from that and actually start focusing again to see some decent weight losses. Other than that, guys, that is it. That's the end of this week's video. As always, if you'd like to continue following me along my weight loss journey and hopefully get to see much less of me in the future, by all means, subscribe to my channel so you don't get to miss out on any future videos that I post. I wish you all a fantastic week. Stay safe, look after one another, and I'll see you all again next Sunday.